So today we're going to be making okra stew with eba. Okay, so I don't know if any of you had a taste of okra stew in the past. Okay, no. So before I start, I'm going to introduce the ingredients. Okay, so I've tried to prep some of the stuff, and then some of the things I'm going to do as we go along. So so we've got sliced okra. We've got gari. So what gari is one of the yellow things in the middle. So you can just have a look. So gari is fermented cassava, right? So how you process this is by fermenting it for a week, then draining it and sun drying it, and then you kind of like fry it on a hot pan with no oil. Sometimes you can put oil. So this is a yellow one. So you just put a dash of palm oil to get it looking like that. So once it's dried, you could either have it as a cereal with cold water, or you can make fufu or eba with it with hot water. So usually they say when gari, I'll use kind of like a pidgin English here. When gari enters hot water, it becomes eba. It enters cold water, it becomes gari. So we've got chopped tomatoes. We've got mushrooms. We've got red pepper, ginger, scotch bonnets. We've got spinach. Then we've got our onion. We've also got an extra bowl there. This is called iru. Iru is a fermented oil bean. So this particular one is locust bean. So if you can have a smell, it actually has kind of like a pungent smell, but when you cook with it, it comes out absolutely amazing. It tastes absolutely amazing in the food. And one of the reasons why I love iru is, as a vegan, I don't really have, like when you probiotics, like you can get from like milk, dairy products. I get my probiotic from that. And it's really something that I try to preach a lot for people to incorporate in their cooking. So you can have it in your soups, you can have it in your porridges, however you want it. But we're going to be cooking with it today. Then I've got my garlic, and then I have my vegetable stock cube. So I also mentioned that we have palm oil. When it comes to cooking, a lot of people tend to avoid palm oil, and that's because it has developed over the years a bad name and a bad rep for, when it comes to like sustainability aspects. But this palm oil is from West Africa, and as you all know, West Africa actually, or palm oil originates from West Africa. So when it comes to sustainability, there's no problem at all. And then also, this type of palm oil is different from the palm oil that people actually talk about, because this is palm nut oil. However, that other palm oil is palm kernel oil, which is actually made from the nuts that come from the palm tree. So when it comes to sustainability, palm tree is, would I say, one of the most sustainable plants, because you use every part of the palm tree. You use the bark, you use the leaves, you use the oil. You can actually make palm wine from palm tree. So so many communities have come to depend on palm tree. So if you ever have any opportunity to use palm oil in your cooking, please do, and don't feel anyhow using it. And then also try and use ones that are coming from West Africa, for Ghana, Nigeria, Ivory Coast. You're good. So yeah, I would like to have this session as interactive as possible. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. Yeah? So good. Right, so I'm going to start by peeling and slicing my, my onion. So when it comes to cooking for me, cooking comes from the heart. So I don't really try and, will I say, keep to a certain kind of format. So if you like to chop your onions, feel free. If you like to slice it, feel free. However, because at the end of the day, what you want to provide or present would be food that is cooked with love. I'm very big on that. Okay, so I'm done with the onions. So I'm just gonna put my, okay, whilst that's heating up, okay.
So I can help field any questions if you get any.
Okay, cool. Go ahead. Feel free. Do you have any for me?
I want to look at this palm oil because I've
go ahead.
harvested palm in Indonesia.
Okay.
But I didn't know that West Africa was a big producer.
Yeah. Because it's native to West Africa. So
And
it actually grows, from, like, my sister has an actual plantation, and how it doesn't, how will I say, it's not actively farmed because the seeds, they will fall and germinate and start growing. So that's how, so it's not like there's deforestation or any displacement of any animals to actually grow this. So they're actually native to whatever land,
and it just naturally propagates.
It just naturally propagates.
Because, I mean, if you go to Indonesia, when you're landing, you're flying in, you just see monoculture of palm. Yeah. So interesting. Okay. And is this your go-to oil?
Okay. So I'd faced it this way because it's just I'm not promoting the brand, but but palm oil.
But in terms of palm oil,
it features quite a lot in West African cooking because that's the oil that we know and that we've grown on.
Yeah.
So other kinds of oils was kind of like introduced into our foods later on through colonization, through trades, through travels. But this is the basic oil that we will use. Yeah.
High smoke point?
Right. Good thing you brought that up because I would say cook at a very, very low, but it actually can be used at a higher.
Okay.
So what people do as well is there's some sauces whereby people bleach the oil. So there's a bleached version of palm oil, which I don't really know. I don't really endorse that.
But there's some they just remove the red from it?
Yeah, they cook it at a very high heat, cover the pot, and just let it kind of like sort of burn a little bit. So it then becomes like a darker color, like a blackish kind of color. So they use that in some dishes, like there's a particular stew called aymashe. So they would use that to
they just
actually
like smoke it
out and use that for that process.
I mean, that's probably going to be packed full of aldehydes, isn't it?
Well, I'm gonna have to look into that because I don't endorse that sauce, so I don't.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So.
Great.
Yeah. So that's hot now.
Oh wow, that's a big pot. You're cooking volumes, yeah?
Well, we need to be able to fit all this.
Get it all in. Delicious.
And unfortunately, we couldn't get like a medium pot. That's the only one that we. And hopefully,
she's only got big pots, guys. She's only got big pots.
And then you'll be able to see what I'm doing actually, whilst I'm doing that. So so we've got that. So first of all, we're gonna put our palm oil. So because usually in Africa, palm oil would be kind of like loose, but you know what happens when it comes, you know, in a cold climate, it becomes a little bit congealed. So I'm going to warm it up a little bit and then we can start. So in Africa, or in African cooking, or in West African cooking, most of the time we eyeball the ingredients. So, however, for this amount of, and I've also provided the recipe, so please feel free to have a look at that. But for this kind of quantity of foods, you're going to need like half a cup of palm oil. So I've just put my onion, so I'm just going to kind of like lightly fry it just to release the flavors. Okay. Right. So that's done. So I'm going to put my sliced okra. I mean, we all know what okra looks like, but hey, this is one I prepared earlier.
Nena, where do you get your okra from? It's not always the easiest thing to source.
Okay, so you can buy, do you know what? It's so funny that you would say that.
Yeah.
You can actually get okra from Tesco's. So you can use like the Indian okra, or you could go to like Afro-Caribbean shops where you can actually find a variety of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting, isn't it? Like up and down the country, though, the differences that you'll see in the ranges that certain supermarkets offer.
Yes.
Unfortunately, in my Tesco's in Bury St Edmunds, Suffolk, there is no okra.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you see, what I've noticed is like most places, they would have like a variety of stores that maybe you might not even think. Like even Asian shops would have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you could use those as well. So
Yeah.
you don't have to use the African okra. You can use like the Asian okra, as long as it's okra.
Ever use frozen okra?
You can actually use frozen okra.
Yeah.
The only thing I would say is use frozen okra as a last resort. And that's because it's very, very, no, because you know when you thaw it out, it becomes very, very kind of like slimy, and the fresh ones are a little more crunchy.
Oh, okay, right,
Yeah.
better texture.
Better texture, yeah. Right. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set this aside. That's what happens when you're using a big pot, but hey. Okay, so back in there, I'm going to put my tomatoes. Okay, so I'm going to slice some garlic. So what some people also do.
Garlic.
Sorry?
My favorite kind of garlic.
Yeah, so I always use this.
Ginger.
Yeah, sorry, ginger. Did I say garlic?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You did.
I was looking at garlic whilst I was chopping the ginger.
Easily done, easily done. That's handsome garlic. Did you use that before?
It was black? Actually, yeah, it's a black garlic.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's black garlic.
Nice.
So, so with the ginger, I would always go with the organic ginger because it's a lot more flavorsome, and this is the real garlic. So if you smell it, go ahead, please. You see, I said garlic again. Oh my God.
Yeah. But organic ginger, again, something not always easy to get hold of.
Yeah, so you would find them in those, will I say, African stores?
Yeah.
Or, Caribbean stores, they would have those. But in the absence of that, any type of ginger.
Wow, that's good. Like rocket fuel, it's really good.
Yeah.
You probably need like half as much for the same flavour.
Yeah, you do, actually. You actually do. So you don't need to have too much. So usually what some people do is they put all these ingredients in a blender and just blend them. But, you know, I like to have the textures. I like to be able to, when I'm eating my foods, I can, you know, taste all the bits and stuff.
Okay,
right.
like, yeah, have a mouthful with a bit of ginger, chunk of ginger, switch it up. Yeah.
Yeah, so I've got that in there. And I'm going to put my garlic now. Yeah, so that's very...
Why are you using black garlic?
It's just what I had access to. And it just gives it a different flavor.
I mean, it's good. Black garlic's good.
Yeah.
Make it on the Isle of Wight.
See, I didn't know that. I'm learning.
There's a couple of places at the minute.
Okay. So I'm going to introduce our iru now. So you can put as little or as much as you like. But obviously, because this is an introduction, I would just kind of use it sparingly, but you still get the flavor. So this is my Scotch bonnet. I'm going to put the Scotch bonnet in. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw it in whole. Usually, when you cut it up and, you know, like the seeds get in there, it would be a bit more spicy, but I'm just going to throw it in whole just to kind of, you know, save us from having to rush for the waters. Yeah.
Top tip for chili burn,
Yeah.
Duchess.
Sorry?
What's your top tip for chili burn?
For what?
Chili burn.
Oh, palm oil is actually the best thing. Yeah. So when I was growing up, when it comes to any sort of burn, any sort of a teaspoon of, so even when you have like scrapes, you know, I said how amazing palm oil is. So even when you're in the kitchen and you get like a burn, straight up, within hours.
Oh, a bit like, I guess, maybe kind of butter is used.
So it's actually amazing. So you just have like a spoonful of it. And,
What about if you eat too much chili?
If you eat too much chili, well, just pray. Because if you drink water, it's going to make it worse. So just let it go down.
Yeah, and experience it the other side. See, I thought you were saying palm oil for that, which actually chimes a bit with, you know, fat and yogurt and things. I was thinking, oh, maybe.
Sorry?
I thought you meant palm oil for, you know, when you eat too much chili.
Yeah, you can just have...
Do you know what I mean? I was thinking, oh, maybe there's something about the fat, because that's why yogurt is good, dairy.
Yeah, and all the rest of them. So when it comes to palm oil, obviously people keep saying, oh, high cholesterol, whatever. But then this is plant, high cholesterol. Yeah, so, you know, there's been a lot of misconception when it comes to palm oil. So I would like people to maybe have a read through, have more look into it.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? I think much like everything, it's nuanced.
Yes.
Whereas, I guess where we've got to with palm oil, it's very much quite a blanket. And the campaigns around the fact that 50% of supermarket products contain palm oil.
I know, but those are not the good palm oils. But this is the good palm oil. So what I'm doing is to try and cook down the tomatoes so that it's not tangy and bitter. So when I was growing up, my mom would say, kill the tomatoes. So, because we would use like fresh tomatoes and we would use like mortar and we kind of like grind it. So you have to completely blend the seeds. And then when you cook it in such a way that the tanginess and all would go so that you will now have access to like the sweeter tastes of the tomatoes. So I'm just trying to recreate that over there. So I'm just slicing up the peppers. As you see, I'm not even using any kind of method. So as long as it's in small pieces, we're good. So in the recipe that you have would be slightly different to what I'm doing now. So you could actually blend all this together with the tomatoes, together with the ginger. That way it would make your job easier. But in the absence of a blender, this would be what we would be doing. Oops. Okay. So one of the things I always encourage people to do is, whilst they are cooking, to actually taste the food to see if you've got anything missing. So at this point, I'm just going to have a quick taste. Yeah, it's coming together nicely. Okay.
Nena, why did you choose this particular dish to cook today?
Okay, so this is something that, okay, first of all, apart from me being one of my favorites, okay, but it's something that cuts across West Africa. So it's a dish that you would find with different, will I say different names across, but okra stew, it's okra stew. You understand? So even if you went to, like, say, Ivory Coast and say, oh, I'd like to have some okra stew with some fufu, it will be exactly the same thing. So there's some dishes that are actually more kind of like indigenous to a particular area, but I just thought, you know what? I'll do something that, you know, you could say this is West African. So this is one of those dishes. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So I'm gonna add 2 stock cubes. And I'm sure you've noticed that there's no salt here, but that's because I tried to cook on very low salt. And as you know, we already have salt in the stock cubes, so there's no need having extra. So I'm going to stir that together. So if you were, for say, using, because I've used like a canned tomato, it has kind of like more acidic taste. If you were using kind of like a fresh tomato base, then this process would probably be less. Yeah. Okay.
Nena, tell us about your online vegan store.
Okay, so I started it during the lockdown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because people were having difficulties getting hold of ingredients and all of that. So I thought, you know what? I would be that middleman.
Yeah.
Because I was also doing cooking classes, online cooking classes during that time, and people had problems.
All vegan.
Yeah, accessing the ingredients. So I decided to set up something, and yeah, it just took off from there.
And what are you seeing now in terms of kind of the vegan trend?
Okay, I'm glad you used the word trend, because I've been vegan for 10 years. And
you are not a trend.
Yeah.
You're ahead of the curve.
I just became vegan just before the whole trend. And when I first went vegan, it was so difficult finding like ingredients, finding like substitutes and all the rest of them. But what I've found is, obviously now there's so many different organizations, different companies coming up with all different things, and you know, it just makes it a bit more exciting when it comes to that. But I've also noticed that people who had jumped on veganism as a trend they've all fallen off.
Ah, so what, it's like the lifers that are now left, is that right?
Yeah. So that's where we're left with. And then I've also noticed that some of the, will I say, ingredients and some of the, like the sweets and you know, different things have also started disappearing from the.
Oh, really? So I guess some of the kind of mega brands, the juggernauts, are dropping their vegan options.
Yes. Yeah, so I'm reintroducing the okra.
Yeah, that's kind of, I guess, well reported now, isn't it? It's quite interesting. You might have P&G or Unilever, people beginning to drop some vegan brands.
But then that goes to show, were they really about the sustainability?
Yeah.
Or was it just because they felt like that was where the market was heading to?
Yeah. I remember probably just at the peak of the kind of vegan trend.
Yeah.
We had a Food Unwrapped vegan special went out.
Okay.
And it was the highest rating Food Unwrapped ever. Which was surprising for us because we thought, okay, you know, the commissioning editor said, you know what, I'm not sure this is going to rate outside of London. How well is this going to rate outside the M25?
Yeah.
But it did.
It did.
Yeah, it was like 2.5 million, which you know, we usually average about like 1.5, you know. So it was interesting, but I just think the same show, if we transmitted it now, it wouldn't do.
It probably wouldn't.
Yes.
Yeah. Because it's like, where are the vegans?
They're right here on stage cooking us some delicious okra stew.
Yeah.
But I think vegan options are a mainstay on menus now.
Oh yeah. They're still really, you know, like I had started cooking my own and veganizing my own because I couldn't have access.
Yeah.
But so much has changed because even when you go to like the African restaurants now, they do have vegan options. And that was unheard of when I first became vegan.
Yeah.
Although I know that some of them, I've written to them to ask them, why do they not have vegan options?
Yeah.
So I might take, will I say, responsibility for doing some of that work. Yeah, and also what I had done, I do kind of like food tours when I'm I'm out in Africa. I go on TV, I go on radio, I do like news interviews, paper interviews, and I try to kind of like introduce the concept.
Introduce the concept of veganism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because what people think about veganism, especially out there, because they're not really worried about, they don't care about the climate, they don't really care about anything. But when you introduce it to them from the point of health, because like for someone like me, I've benefited enormously health-wise from becoming vegan. So I tell them about everything. I show them before and after pictures of me and, you know, and all, like everyone says, I'm aging backwards, not saying my age. Yeah. But so I feel like I'm
Benjamin Button.
Yeah, I'm overall much better for it. Yeah. So when I come from that point, people really are interested because I get lots of DMs. Oh, can you do this? Can you do that? And also being a herbalist. So I try to incorporate all the knowledge I have into the foods that I cook. So,
and you switching to becoming a vegan, was that motivated by health?
No. So, you know, there's a couple of, will I say, documentaries that people have become vegan by watching. And I was one of those people who became vegan by watching Cowspiracy, Knives Over Forks, all those ones. Like, I just, I don't know. I'm very, will I say, like, I like to know things. And once I had watched one, and another one was recommended, I watched another one was recommended. I was like, oh my God, I can't. And from that day, funny enough, I've not been able to look at meat the same way. So it's not even because, oh, I'm such a, will I say, strict person or I've got self-control. No, it's just what I know has stopped me from having to do that. Yeah.
I think interestingly though, the thing about veganism, although overall, we might be in a position where there are less vegans now than there were 3 or 4 years ago, But I think what's here to stay is plant-based eating for sure.
Yes, 100%.
And then people that might eat meat are just eating it more occasionally.
Yes.
And will be intentional about having plant-based meals on particular days maybe, or be aware of kind of, you know, what's my weekly diet looking like. So,
like
I mean,
I've
that's
done something,
brilliant.
sorry to cut you,
100%.
with meatless Mondays. And I feel like that is such an amazing concept, because whilst like I'm maybe different from other vegans, I don't actually force people to become vegan like me, but I give them that option. Like, if you do choose to become vegan, this is available for you. And you can actually enjoy your meal. And it will be so nice and flavorsome, and you're not going to miss anything, which is one of the reasons why I kind of use mushrooms in my cooking, because there's this concept that when you're eating African food, there has to be plenty of meat, but I've used mushroom like a replacement for meat. So, yeah. And then growing up as well, we ate a lot of mushrooms. And what I found is, when I was younger till now, the way meat is actually being eaten is totally different. Like, we would get, like, on occasion, like maybe like a tiny cube of meat to go with our food. So it wouldn't be like loads of meat. Because if you think about it, like way back in time, we were all basically plant-based. Because for you to be able to access meat that would be enough for everyone. Do you understand? You have to. The hunter has to go hunt the meat, bring it back. So do you understand what I'm saying? So
100%.
So the new way we're farming, especially where
it's like an occasional boon.
Yes.
Yeah.
So where I come from, I'm from Nigeria, and I'm from Igbo land. In Nigeria, we're mainly farmers. We are mainly like, you know, we don't do animal husbandry and stuff like that. So even if they're animals, they're like just kind of like pottering around, doing their own thing. So you can imagine, if I have like only one chicken, I'm not going to be eating chicken every day. So those meats or those animals will live to their end of life, and then they would also then, you know, and then there are rituals to killing the animals, because they give thanks to the animal for providing them nourishment. So they don't kill animals willy-nilly, like people just now. And obviously, different things are being applied to make sure that we have the meat in the large quantities that we have now, which obviously I'm 100% against, but yeah.
Well, I am really looking forward to trying this.
Yeah.
Meat-free Monday okra stew.
Yes.
Oh my God, that looks absolutely delicious.
Yeah.
Look at the colours.
I know. I'm always, you know, about the colours. So I'm just going to add a little bit more.
Oh, sorry, love, sorry.
Okay. And just let that cook down a little bit. And I don't know if you can smell that. It smells absolutely delicious. So I'm just going to try it one more time just to make sure. Yeah, fantastic.
Great. Nena, we've got 5 minutes.
Okay.
We're going to be able to plate up. I think we are. We're kind of there, aren't we?
Yeah, we're almost there. So I'm just going to boil, so that I can make the fufu. So this can actually...
So tell me about fufu. What goes into it?
Okay, so people usually just call all the foods that we call swallow, which is like dough-like sides that go with the soups, but they all have their own individual names, okay? So like I said, this particular one is eba, but if you hear, some people could just still call it fufu. So fufu is kind of like a more recognized name that everyone just calls the whole umbrella of, but I always like to, go in depth, and actually I tell you exactly what it is that you're having. So this is eba, but here on its form, flaky like this, is still gari.
Right, got it.
But when you put hot water, it now becomes eba.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to show you how to do that.
And this is just fermented cassava.
It's just fermented cassava.
What do they do? So they just harvest the cassava? What?
Yeah. So they harvest the cassava.
Grind it?
Yeah. So how they do it is, you know, when you harvest the cassava, you peel it because it has kind of like a brownish kind of skin. Yeah. So you peel it.
It's tough to get out the ground. I mean, I've pulled one or two of those trees up. Yeah. It's hard going.
I have harvested one or two in my day. Yeah. But so you pull it out, then you peel the skin, then you soak it in water and let it break down. Okay. So through fermentation.
Right.
So when it's all fermented, when you just do that, it becomes like pasty.
How long does it take to ferment?
It takes like about 5 days.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So what they do then is there's kind of like, oh, that's done. Okay. So what they then do is they then have like, I don't know what to call it, but it's like a sieve, but it's kind of made with wood. So it's a bit like slightly bigger than the normal sieve.
Yeah.
So what they do is they just take it and put it through because, you know, inside it has like little threads.
Yeah, which you can see here. Yeah. On the table, you can probably see the fibre in there.
Exactly. So they try and get rid as much as they can. And once they've done that, then in a big wok over like hot firewood, they just put it in there and then they use kind of like a calabash, something similar to this, and just keep stirring until
it dries.
Right. So to get it yellow like this, there are two different types. There's yellow and then there's white one, but this is the yellow one. So what they've done is they just put a little bit of palm oil whilst they're doing that, and that comes yellow.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So
purely for colour.
Yes. So our hot water is boiled. So we're going to do the magic now.
It's super quick carb, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ready in what, a couple of minutes?
Yes. Okay. So you introduce the gari slowly and stir so that it's not lumpy. And it actually swells up.
Would you still call it gari?
So, no, gari when it goes in there.
Right.
But when it's done, it becomes eba.
Okay, I mean, can you tell me at which point it becomes eba?
I'll tell you when it becomes
Okay,
eba.
it's still gari.
It's still gari at this point in time.
I mean, gari's looking good.
Yeah, so when you start stirring and you start feeling a form of resistance, then you know that you're right there. That's the right consistency.
Okay.
Yeah, and you stop.
Gari starts bitching.
Yes.
Gets a bit resistant.
Exactly.
Then that's when eba comes out.
That's when. So now it has become eba.
Okay.
So you just keep stirring to make sure that it's even.
Almost got the consistency of kind of a mashed potato, hasn't it?
Slightly tougher.
Oh, let's feel it.
Slightly,
oh yeah.
Slightly,
oh wow. Okay.
I know I just make it look easy.
Yeah, because you're strong. Like, that is tough to get a spoon through, isn't it?
Yeah. So
it is tough.
Yeah. So once you thank you. So once you get it to this point, that's when you know. So how you actually know to do it? Obviously, I've done this since I was 8. I've been cooking since I was 8, so I know exactly what to do. But 1 cup of gari to half a cup of hot water.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the ratio.
And it actually swells up. Yeah.
Oh man, that's getting tougher, isn't it?
Yeah. So it swells up. So the point is to be able to have it like a dough. So that's it.
Great.
So, and usually what I do whilst cooking is to try and plate so that if you choose to prepare it, you know how to serve it. So I have a plate here.
So what are you going to do now?
Ew, the magic begins. So, so there are two ways of serving your soup.
Do you want me to assist? Look,
Yeah,
let me actually do something.
Please.
Because I haven't got gloves on.
I need that. And you know what? Yeah, this year I'd decided to learn how to ask for help and actually receive help. So before I'll be like, oh, no, don't worry, I'll do it. So
was that one of your 2025 resolutions?
Exactly. So
delegate.
Thank you for helping me achieve it.
It's a good one, that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're busy. All this cooking.
I know. I'm
writing. Vegan store online.
And you know what we forgot to talk about? I also have a magazine.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, which
okay,
is it's called Vegan Melanated. So because I always say to people, my veganism is different to yours. Because the issues that we obviously face within the melanated, community is completely different from the West. So, highlighting some of those issues, platforming some of the melanated creators and stuff. So,
brilliant.
If you were to travel to, say, Ghana, where to go to get vegan food. So, yeah, I had a lady approach me one time and said she had read my article, and when she went to Ghana, she was able to use that. I was like, yeah.
Brilliant. Is this an online magazine?
It's an online and it's also on print.
Okay.
Yeah. So
how many are you knocking out a year? Quarterly?
Yeah,
monthly?
quarterly.
Oh,
yeah. And we've been in existence for 3 years now.
Can I help with this bit? What do we do?
Okay. So with this bit, what you need to do is to flatten the eba. So you're basically making the eba look nice.
Perfect.
So try and get the edges like even.
You want like a nice square?
Yes. Or rectangle.
Okay.
Yeah. So
pretty hot.
Yeah, it's really hot. So you need to be quick because you don't want the food to be, yeah. So you roll it up like that. So when you go to like high-end African shops, they will probably present the food like this. So, right. Okay.
Wow, look at the colours.
Yeah. So what we would then do is put that right next. So that's it.
Oh, delicious.
Eba and okra soup.
That is superb. Can I try a little bit? Can I try a bit of the stew? Why don't I take a spoon? Because I think there's going to be...
Oh, you want to try? Okay,
people are going to want to take a really nice fancy picture of that one, but I might just... Is that me?
So
getting too close to you, maybe. Let's just
is
have
that
a little
why
try.
we're having... Okay, so that would be us.
You have a spoon as well.
Yeah.
There we go. It's one of these each.
Okay.
It looks delicious. Look at the colours. You're going to try some.
Give me feedback.
Okay.
Okay, so...
No pressure. Here we go. Let's both have a bit of this mushroom.
Okay, so...
Yum.
So,
yeah.
Before you start...
Yeah.
I might have to get you to do something before you start. Oh, you've already started. So, what I wanted you to do was wash your hands. Let's do it. Let's take it back to Africa.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Yes, let's do this properly. Wash my hands over this bowl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, got it. Oh, okay, we're not doing cutlery, are we?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
So, now you will understand the reason why.
Yes, I get it.
It would be harder. Yeah? So you just take, and then you do that, like a bowl.
Okay.
Okay.
And then, chef hands.
Yeah.
It's still really, really hot.
Really? Oh
yeah,
my God.
That's hot to me. That's hot to me. Asbestos fingers.
Yeah, so you just get it like that, yeah?
Okay.
And then,
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That is absolutely delicious.
Yay.
The texture of the okra is so good. That's cooked to perfection, isn't it?
Yeah, because what you don't want to do is to make it dead. You just want it, just needs a little bit of crunch, and then all the flavors, all the nutrients are still there.
It can sometimes be a bit slimy. That is absolutely perfect.
Perfect, yeah.
And also the texture of Gary / Eba.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, that is so, so good. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear that.
Delicious. Not missing the meat, not missing dairy in any way.
Not at all.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Duchess Nena.
Yeah.
That is absolutely delicious.